Amelia will not, but her.
There we go. Okay. So I think, yeah, we have everyone except for David and Jason. And Jen. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was just making about it. Okay. We can start with introductions and start someone new. I'm Leslie. I'm the DRYC chair. I've been on this commission for a few years now. I'm a member of the school board, been in Dryden for about 10 years now. I've got 2 kids. So first grader, and actually my oldest graduated last year. Very big. Yeah. With my children. But yeah.
I'm Kate Booth. I am the Director of Confidentiality Youth Services Department and also the liaison to the DRYC.
I'm Athena Steinkraus. I'm the Rural Youth Services Assistant Coordinator. And so I help to oversee the Dryden programs. That's Dave Hall, and the Dryden Hours program, which is now Gabe Craig.
That's just why I've seen your name before.
Yep, that would be.
Hi, Jenna.
Yeah.
This is Marty. Hi, Marty.
Jenna knows me too.
Yep.
I'm
James.
I'm Will. I've been on this committee for a couple of years, and I'm a Freeville Village trustee.
I have Rachel up here who just got elected, right, to village.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Rachel Sumner. I just joined this group in the fall. I don't have any kids, but I'm invested in Dryden. I studied positive youth development things in grad school. And yeah, I just got elected to the Village of Dryden Board of Trustees. It's nice to meet you.
And I'm Jenna. I don't know if you guys saw my form I filled out, but
No.
Okay. So I have 3 kids and an exchange student. So 11th grader, 10th grader, 9th grader, and 4th grader. Yes, and so they all play different sports, and we have taken advantage of every single program we probably have to offer. And we've been in Dryden schools for 3 years, but we've lived in the town of Dryden since 2017, just in Ithaca schools. So happy to be part of this.
Okay.
And what's your name?
Okay, so that I don't actually have the agenda in front of me anymore. Today. Okay. So I have next on here rural youth services. So it's being that.
All right, so I have a lot of stuff to cover, but it's all fun, I think. So we'll make something. So the first things you already have in front of you are the monthly reports from Dave and I'll keep wanting to call him Greg, but it's not Gabe. Almost has 2 first names. And so I'll start with Dave. His programs are going really well. In fact, this next round, we had to do everything as a wait list so that we could make sure to give opportunities to kids that either hadn't done certain programs, like our cooking ones and primitive pursuits are always really popular. So trying to get new kids in there. And then if there's spaces available, open it up to kind of everybody, which is a good problem to have, but our system doesn't allow for incredibly easy way to do that other than just everybody on a wait list. Yeah, his next round, he's doing an overnight with middle schoolers at Arnott Forest during the April break. And that's in combination with Travis Judd, who's our Lansing program manager, is also bringing middle schoolers. So the 2 of them together are bringing kids to kind of teach them some basic camping and navigational, like compass and primitive kind of skills out at Arnott Forest, which currently CCE Tompkins is managing at least until August. So it's a great opportunity to do some, and that's out in like Newfield, Spencer triangles area. And then Gabe's programs are up and running. He's been doing several kind of one-off field trip programs, and the school has been absolutely amazing and really welcoming and is giving us as much space as we want pretty much for the elementary school, which is really wonderful. And they're also sending all of our offerings out for the 3rd and 4th graders, which also means we have to have wait lists for his programs because they're also filling up incredibly fast, which is, again, a really wonderful problem to have. We also do have I have noticed we have some of the hours youth that we had been like delivering kits to and stuff are signed up for the program, so that's great. So we're just like continuing that connection with those kids, as well as a lot of new faces. His first real round of programs starts the week after April break. And we are doing 3 days in the school and then 1 day at the Dryden Center for Community, which is really great. We got a tour from Stephanie. We even got to go inside the organ. So if you get a tour, ask about the organ. You know,
I also
really
got to go
cool.
inside the organ.
Then you get to go inside a big pipe organ. So I think, you know, one of the challenges there is that, you know, they need to pay electric and rent or bills essentially. And so our budget can't support using it a lot, but we really want to also foster that relationship. So we're going to at least use it this round of programming and then just kind of see where it leads us, see how we can continue to work together. Because we don't have a lot of money, but they also need money. And I get both sides of it. And Stephanie's really open to kind of working together and trying to figure out how we can make it work. So we'll see where that kind of leads. But it is a really great, amazing space if you haven't seen it and been in there. And they have some awesome plans for that space. Before we move on to annual reports, any questions about the monthly report? All right. There's 2 reports together, the Dryden and then the Dryden hours report. So just take a whole cluster. And we'll talk about those. And while those are getting passed around, just a heads up, the 4-H duck race is happening April 25th. It's going to be at, I think it's called Thompson Park. It's one that's like 2 blocks away from CCE, just because we've kind of outgrown the CCE parking lot a little bit. So there'll be animals. You can get your duck chances. If you don't know what the duck race is, we dump about 3,000 ducks at the top of Ithaca Fall, little rubber duckies. And then the first up to 50 that cross the finish line, the first place gets $500, and then there's gifts down that. But in the park, we have 4-H animals. It's also combined with the CCE Tompkins Compost Fair. So there's like lots of fun hands-on activities. We're thinking there might be some food trucks this year. And then RYS this year is doing what we're calling a cardboard duck regatta. Each RYS group, except for ours, just because of how quickly we're getting started, but is building a miniature, like shoebox-ish, there's parameters, but shoebox-ish size cardboard boat to race little rubber duck in the boat to a certain distance, and there'll be a prize. And it's something we're just trying out to see how to get involved in different ways. The RYS booth will also have baby ducklings that the Groton group is hatching out, the Groton RYS book. They're doing a poultry curriculum thing. So I'm with you, baby ducks. You get to hold the duckling probably. Yeah. So annual reports. These are our 2025 annual reports. Let's do the Dryden hours one first, because that was a little bit quicker, just because, as you know, we didn't really have programming this past year, but we were able to like stay connected with some of the families and some of the youth. These are some of the pictures that the families shared of one of the, as the Thanksgiving time, a couple of the activities that the yours students put together for them. But we did have a total of 7 families with 18 youth. So, you know, it was a lot of kits that we delivered, and the feedback that we got from families with it, they loved it. They had a lot of fun with it. And we also did the youth employment. We had a total of 319.7 hours and total youth employees of 4. Ideally, we try to have each youth employee have about 100 hours, but we have some really exceptional youth employees. And so we asked a few of them to just come back for a few hours to help out with things like the Summer Olympics, which just takes a lot of extra help. And so those that had been like done the 100 hours in the past, we had them come back for just like little short periods of time. And 2 of those placements are always with the library. And so then Dave had one as an assistant, and then we had one more come back as stuff about with those. Any questions about the Dryden hours? I think one of the things I do want to mention about moving forward, and we're still figuring out how exactly the yours volunteers are going to be involved. And I think one of the ways is that because they really love doing the kids. So they're going to work with Gabe on like the different themes kind of around his programming and create kits to also send home with the kids that kind of go along with those themes. It might not be like, daily, but it might be like once every group. Also, they're going to come and volunteer as well. So we're figuring out exactly that relationship. So then we move on to the Dryden youth services program. So we had a total of, Dave had a total of 38 programs this year, with a total of 638 program hours. The total duplicated count is 397. And the unduplicated count is 99. So that really goes to show building those relationships. It's hard to not talk about numbers and talk about numbers, but really like the programming is about kind of building on skills, building relationships with a safe, trusted adult. Dave has some really challenging kids in his program, and we've heard back from families, and not just his, but that like one of the great things about our programs is that we foster relationships with those kids that really need a place to belong and be a place after school that they're not getting into trouble. They have somebody that's there with them and can kind of meet them where they're at. And we actually have a couple of youth that are in his programs. And then they go to Groton for our summer camp in Groton. And so our program managers, because we run the camp in Groton, can talk to each other and say, hey, what's worked really well for helping with like making this youth thrive? And when they get out of control, what have you found that really works to kind of help the situation? And the families talking too. So it's anyway, that's just a really good success story. I think that speaks to the breadth of our programming. And then our total in-school program hours is 340. So Dave also does most days during what used to be called lunch bunch and now is called maybe, is it during lunch-ish? Okay, I know, I keep calling it lunch bunch and it's not. But he has like kids rotating in. And he had about 165 of those. One of the things that's really challenging with that, it's not always the same kids every single day. Also because it's really short periods of time and you don't know until like right before what kids are going to be there. We don't have them register because it's a lot of paperwork to register and you don't know. So we are trying to figure out ways of being able to collect all the demographic data and have really good numbers on that. So this year we are working harder on that. So when you look at the like race, age, gender, ethnicity, those in-school program kids are not counted in those totals, which is why they're also kind of separated out. Because it is also just different programming. It's not the same consistent programming in the same way. So you can see kind of the breakout of ages. Also gender, race, and ethnicity. We really use these to help to see where we're really doing well, where we kind of missing, or what population, who are we missing, and see like what can we do to provide programming for them, or are they getting served in other programs in other places? And I think Dave overall is pretty good about reaching a good breadth. And then we have our life skills, and this is something that for every single program, our program managers are asked to kind of choose 2 life skills from the life skills wheel to focus on. Just because you choose that at the beginning doesn't mean that that's actually what ends up happening in the program. But also, where you see the stars are kind of the ones that Dave really did this year, but that doesn't mean that other skills weren't learned. So you'll see in our monthly report, each program has 2 life skills that are connected with it. But yeah, just because you don't see like empathy has a star, of course, like empathy is being taught. It just isn't. It's not we say no, don't teach that. Yeah, about it. And then every year we each of our program managers chooses a child, our youth, to write a success story about. Obviously, their names have been changed, but definitely read through that. Yeah, and it's a really hard decision because there's a lot of really great stuff that happens, and so I know that. And then finally, on the back, You'll see Dave's professional development log. You can see, because one of the things that we really encourage in our program is just like a lot of professional development to just keep up on the latest trends or education opportunities or just different. They did a water life stream study training because they're going to be going to the Botanic Gardens this summer. I mean, with one of the week programs to do some programming with them about stream testing and things like that. So just different opportunities to do it programming as well.
Braiding sweetgrass for educators.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
an online course with the author and other special speakers that there's an actual book that's braiding sweetgrass, but for there's also another one that's for youth.
I think that's another.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I was supposed to go to one of Dave Hull's things, but the weather was bad both days, and I have a very limited availability because I have to make sure someone gets my kid off the bus. So, Rachel, did you make it to anything yet?
I have plans to go in April.
Oh.
It's an Iron Chef one, and I've agreed to be a judge, which I was told. I think Athena, you mentioned that I should be brave and ready, so I am. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
And again, it'll just extend the opportunity if any of you do want to come to programming. Obviously, it's after school, or you can come during spring break or like summer break. Those times or during the day more. But just reach out to either myself or Dave. And I believe, yes, his email is on his report, and we'd love to have you come to program and see firsthand kind of what it's about.
Once I collect myself from spring break, I told Dave I would email him again.
Yeah,
Figure out what I
know. He was like, "Oh, we had to cancel it with Leslie again."
Yep.
That's what happens. So, any questions in your report? Questions? As you look through it, digest it. If you have any questions, same with any of the other reports. Feel free to email me.
David, you came in late.
You did.
I haven't remembered. Okay, I was gonna kind of assume I did. Okay.
Well, that's it. Before I said, like I've asked my wife, like, Jenna, and she's like, yeah, I think I did a dress party. Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
her. Okay.
at your house. Your dogs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There you go.
Yes, dragons. No.
Okay, next, Marty, do you wanna
Sure. Do it.
be kind of shy?
So the papers you have here are from the Recreation Partnership meeting from last night.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yes, yesterday.
It's Wednesday.
I thought it was
Tuesday, so,
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a report from 2025. They produce one every year. And then I've just highlighted where Dryden is on here, so you can see where the Dryden kids are, how many numbers they have. The last sheet here is the scholarships that they have. There's Dryden students in there as well. I just gave this to you guys because I know sometimes, like every couple of years, there's always questions about the rec partnership, like how many kids are going, what we're doing, all that kind of good stuff. So if you guys want to take a look at this, not necessarily right now, it's a lot. If you have any questions, hi Jason. You can either email them to me or Yolanda. This year we did pay $24,806 for the rec partnership. So you can kind of see where our money is going here. This was last year, but was that? Okay.
Yeah, it was, like 4 something.
Yeah, increase. So whatever the 4% off that is what we paid last year for this. All of our winter, I guess it would be, winter sports are over. We're heading into spring after spring break. So the week of this 6th, we will start doing that. Registration for summer camps opened on Monday.
Love that 6 a.m. time this year.
It doesn't matter what time it is.
That's great.
Everyone has an issue.
Hey,
5:30 next year.
Yeah. I've tried a Saturday, I've tried an evening, I've tried everything. So it's just kind of a lose-lose situation. Yep. So Cass event is almost full. Freebell is not. It's maybe about half here and there. If we didn't have to, again, this year, we would have filled up in like 13 minutes, I think it was, with the numbers that came through. So Freebell's slowly getting there, but historically Freebell always has been a little slower than whichever other one is there. Archery camp is also filled up 2 sessions. I see right now, I just saw that there's 7 kids on the wait list. And then there's soccer camp, dance camp, hopefully basketball camp. I haven't heard back from the varsity coaches yet about that. And football, I also have not heard back from the varsity coaches. If anybody knows of somebody who would like to be camp director.
No.
You have experience.
That's
why it's in there.
All positions are open online at the Tompkins County Civil Service website. So if you know anybody who wants to apply for counselor, you do have to be 16 or over. I've had a ton of people ask about 15-year-olds. I know there's a couple places that take them, but I can't fill my summer camp with 15-year-olds. So if anybody knows of places that are hiring 15-year-olds also and 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to know too.
Yeah, just let me know if you hear of anything. I have a couple parents who need to do that. Other than that, just getting ready for summer and spring and sunshine and happiness.
You just need one director?
I need one director, yep. I don't know how many people have applied for the other positions, but I know there haven't been a director position.
Do you just have one for both camps or one at each?
Yeah, one at each.
Yeah.
One at each camp. I have filled out the application for Cass event for the health department. That's all done, ready to go. So Cass event's fully staffed, all ready to go. Yes. Everybody's coming back from last year. So, which is nice. Also, we're getting a football helmets reconditioned. That was exciting. So they're in my office. It smells lovely in there. So like every 3 years, you have to take all the stickers, everything off them. You have to bag them, ship them out. They have to get recertified and then use them again. They get stamped and all the good things. It also costs a lot of money. So that's okay.
You have to do that with lacrosse helmets too.
No, they don't have to be recertified. Lacrosse helmets don't. Just football, which I mean, lacrosse, they did come out with like the new chest protectors with the different technology in them that they do require now. At the youth level, I don't think they check it too much, I mean, obviously, but I mean, as a rec director, you're kind of handing out stuff where you're like, that's not a good idea. But I know some kids do wear that stuff sometimes. And I'll see some super old helmets sometimes as well. I'm like, hey, let me swap that out for you. Just the technology is always changing in them too. So.
So you know who hasn't turned them in.
Yeah, and yeah, you do and your stuff at like instant replay and stuff. Which so we have 103 kids signed up for track so far.
Oh my gosh.
When did
Yeah.
that start?
The track starts April 29th.
That's crazy.
And this year there's 2 new varsity track coaches who are enthusiastic about having their kids help this year. So that is fantastic.
Everyone must know.
I'm gonna take them all. And we do have 37 kids signed up for the K2 lacrosse, and then 14 for the 34th grade team, which Jenna's husband is coaching. Which is a good number, and we only have 5 for the 5-6, so I'm kind of doing a little push.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's hard too, because we didn't, like, the modified team this year is 13 boys.
Yeah, so the modified team I think only had 9, and then they were like recruiting. I think they got up to 14, I believe Don said. So the 5-6 team last year, most of the kids moved up. And then this year on our roster, the kids that we do have, I think 3 of them have never played before. And 2 are returning who are pretty strong players. So I've talked to their parents and trying to figure out what I can do. I don't want to turn kids away, but I also want kids to be able to play at a competitive level and want to come back. And I also want the other kids to learn how to play and see if they like it or not. So we're kind of deciding what we're going to do. I also don't want it to be last minute and then be like, oh yes, we do have a team. Because that's just not kind of fair to the people we're working with or the parents that are waiting. I do have a parent who emailed me tonight and asked, what we were going to do if our kids should play baseball or not. So our lacrosse program is really hurting, and it's affecting the school level. And I don't know, and I say this all the time, I don't know if the school realizes it's happening down here. So you need to help so we can help you. I mean, the modified team just saw it, you know. In the last couple of years with lacrosse, the numbers have gone down at that higher level, grade level a little bit. So we knew it was going to happen.
I think when Bobby and Eric stepped away from that, it hurt.
It definitely.
Nobody since has filled in quite as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think I get the sense because Isaac's, my husband's coaching 3-4, and he's enthusiastic to help how Eric did as he grows and he's still learning lacrosse. But every single friend of my 4th grader is like, I'm playing baseball. I'm playing baseball. Everyone's playing baseball.
Yeah.
And they're already committed to baseball. So.
It used to be everybody was playing lacrosse, so it goes back and forth a little bit. But our lacrosse program, I think from the youth level, the 3-4 team has been pretty strong in the last couple of years. So when they kind of move up, I think there's some pretty strong talent there that should be fostered on the way up through to keep them there. We've just struggled, like I said, the last couple of years with the 5-6. And we do have a couple kids who are really great lacrosse players, but they do not want to play on this team. And I mean, I get it. So they will probably, and most of them play ULA with other towns too, because we do not have enough kids to field a ULA team in the summer. Isaac is going to try for a 3-4. So most of our older kids go play for Ithaca or Portland because we just can't. I think the last year we did it was Lily was in 6th grade. I was driving most of the kids around to Syracuse, and Jackson played that year. It was tough. It was a struggle. I mean, we didn't have enough kids to play every game. So we would take some from the other teams. But that's just kind of where we are with that. I hope it gets better. I'm not a lacrosse player. I don't know a lot about it. I didn't know about the sport until I started working here. Eric Eshelman's the one who was running it then. He's absolutely fantastic. He made me fall in love with it. So I just really hope that we can get that back.
I just learned today TC3 is offering their, how they do the summer camp, the sports summer camps, soccer, basketball, they're going to do a lacrosse camp.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So to try to bring in more community members to it. So it's a full day camp of lacrosse.
Oh, nice.
That hopefully will help.
Remember, in a couple of years, Eric's not going to have any kids around, so maybe he'll get back down.
I don't know about that.
I think he's
gonna get an RV.
No, it's not. He'll be here in the spring.
Come back every spring, just great.
Yeah. But that's it.
Do we know when we might hear back with the grant application at CHA? I can't remember what the deadline was.
The grant application's in.
Yeah, I know, but when we hear an answer on it, sorry.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably in my. I probably have the congratulations you won email in my spam folder.
I don't know when they make an announcement for that grant cycle, so.
I thought it was this summer. I felt was it late spring, early summer?
I really.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
We also did not get one last thing. We did not get the cap grant this year for the music series because I have too much money. So it's my boss's fault. Is he let
You're
me
good,
have
you
more
need
money?
I'll take it, but it's not my fault.
So yeah, we didn't get that this year.
Okay. And then is United Way due recently? Did that get some of that?
Yes, I did fill out the United Way grant. So United Way is doing it a little bit differently this year.
Yeah.
It's more like across the board. It used to be like program like I do it just for summer camp, and then this
Yeah.
year
Yeah,
they
it's like that
changed it.
regional, I think.
Yeah, and they were like, whatever you want to spend the money on, just tell us what you do. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't you feel that? Did you do that? The United Way?
Oh, Shelley
does.
but because of how they've changed it, yeah. Yeah, she's been working with Groton and
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice because then you don't have to like specify exactly where it goes to a
Yeah.
specific use.
I mean, they said they were
more
adding them up
flexibility.
anyway, so they were counting all of the ones that each of the different each
Yeah,
community was doing, so.
yeah. I submitted mine also. Jason, do you want that in? We have a new member.
Oh,
Hi.
disappointed you.
Thank you.
I have, it's just me and the grant.
Yeah,
Other than that, it's really.
you didn't find secret money for us to just start building fields now? No secret money.
No,
No,
not
okay.
yet. You'll probably have the fields done before the Freeze Road Bridge though, so you know, there's that.
They started?
I
They're not
passed, I
I started
The rail bridge.
Oh, the rail bridge, yeah, I passed that. That was happening.
Freeze Road's the other, is the.
Freeze Road's been going on.
Oh, that'll never
For like a
happen.
decade, because that we applied for the grant 10 years ago and August or September.
One of those
All because somebody's like, it's historic.
It's a one-way bridge that goes up the hill afterwards.
It's just, and it's historically unusable currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
You
beauty.
get me.
Creating its own history, some new history to it.
Yeah.
It's just there.
I'll remember
Well,
when.
they'll all be history by the time, you know.
Yeah.
built.
Actually, nice. I was a little covered. It was a great cut for him.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay. Kate, then you can go next because we have a million things to go.
Yeah, so from the county's, from our department's perspective and from the county, Leon Holden was just named as the next Tompkins County CEDO. He spent time at INHS,
Our old HR person.
Centralis Healthcare and Family and Children's. So he is just fine. He's been there a week. He's, I think, a great addition, and hopefully will help the company get its DEI things in order, and will be a good addition to that. We are, so we've had the youth service specialists posted for so long. So we reworked the job description, we had a failed search, we posted it again, and I got 15 people to apply, none of which were like, I wasn't excited. So I was like, this is ridiculous. So I reworked the job description and we have reposted it because I would rather get the person with the right skill set in than somebody that's not right and then have to deal with that sort of situation later. So it's been really work. If you know anyone that's interested in 35 hours a week, it's a pretty decent position, and it's there. And then we will be posting my deputy director position in April. Teresa has been with us about 37 years at her retirement in July, and so we're hoping to post in April. Be posted 30 days interview and have at least a month overlap before she leaves us. So if you know someone that's interested in youth and likes to do things at a systems level, it's a great opportunity to do the county. The Learning Web has assumed responsibility and operation for the Open Doors program, which is our runaway and homeless youth program. They launched their soft line, cell phone line that's open 365 24/7. So I do believe that's on their website. So if you have a youth that needs something that they can make a phone call at any time and they'll be able to get services, which is good. And then you saw the numbers for the RIC partnership. You guys have, for the smaller municipalities, one of the largest usages of that program. So it's really great. I think it's a really great value. And the next meeting in April, we'll be talking about budgets. What the RIC partnership board would like to see as far as like budget scenarios from the NIFTY's bureau. We'll put that together and then the vote on that will happen at the beginning of June. So, and that's when I'll be able to put things into the spreadsheet and it'll tell me numbers for everyone. So that is sort of department wise.
Yeah.
What we have.
So then we have the community cafe questions. I think we have to figure out also, because yeah, there's the $100 payment and the insurance thing, which. I'm not sure who's responsible for this item for the cafe. Did you see that one, Rachel?
Did,
Yeah.
the town should have, I mean, you guys should have the insurance.
Just one email away.
Yeah, I was gonna say that should be pretty easy. $100,
Yeah.
That one
I
I
mean,
even not get stressed out.
What?
Oh, the email, talking about the email.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Send an email.
Am I done?
So it is, I mean, if there's additional, I don't know if it was $100 out of the budget, so I don't know how you feel about that. So much
Yeah.
money to pay for.
The budget come out of. For Dryden to pay, right, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason, can we spend $100?
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's got a lot of money.
Yeah, too much money. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
I know we need a 5-hour hearing.
Yeah, I'm just, so, that's all.
Put it on my-
Talk about fiscal responsibility, like.
The funny thing is, the less money you spend, the longer the discussion. Not kidding. When it came zeros on the end and people are like, yeah, okay, fine.
Then just leave them.
Well, I've heard that
We should have done
it's like,
this.
when the number gets so big that you just can't conceal it.
Yeah,
that's when you
yeah.
stop caring.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's,
I
you
guess.
think about like what you could do with $1,000 at your house, or
Yeah.
like $10,000, but like, you're like, I'm never gonna have $1 million. $1 million might as well be a gazillion dollars.
Right, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah,
yep. Okay, so we'll spend $100 on that, and then eventually we have to figure out if we wanna do refreshments and all of that stuff. But we can start with questions. Does anyone have any feedback on the questions?
I just have something to say real quick before I
Mhm.
forget. I don't see why one of the like 8 pizza places in Dryden can donate a pizza or 2.
I mean, I agree with them.
I mean, there's what, 3?
Yeah,
at least.
oh, yeah, there's- I mean, really, June's and Carosa's.
And
Right,
Hotel.
hotel.
Hotel
Yeah.
makes, does do pizza, yes, right.
They do do pizza.
To do something. But that was just it. I was thinking about that and I was like,
Yeah.
I mean. I don't think that any other places really ask much out of them.
Do we wanna post an event where there's an invite for people to RSVP, so we have an idea of who's coming? I know it's not gonna be accurate at all, but just to maybe get an idea. Like, what do they do for a day?
Same.
So we tried to do an RSVP, no one signed up.
Oh my
And then we had someone call the day of, it's like, "Hi, we're a family of 5 that just moved to town from Texas, we're gonna be there," and I was like, okay, we know, we have at least enough food to feed you.
Yeah, so that was my, yeah, that's why I was like, maybe you just get 2 cheap pizzas and call it a day and, right, you guys bring soda and chips.
So,
Water.
and I'll bring some big sticky notes and the markers and stuff, and
Okay.
depending on how many people show up. You guys have done the community cafe stuff before, you basically divide into 8 to 10 people, maybe less, depending on what it is. You have somebody that's a reporter and somebody that sort of asks the questions, and then you report out from each table or each group on the particular question that you're doing. So we have agreed on the 19th from, was it 1 to 3?
Yeah, 1
Okay.
to 3.
That's a Sunday, so I'll come a little bit early to help stuff set up. So you gotta think of like 15-minute blocks, sort of, so you want to give an introduction, you kind of want to set it up, and then you want to give. And like, out of these questions, which are you most interested in learning information on? 6 is a lot. If you want to have in-depth conversations, if you don't have that many people, you might be able to get away from 6, or get away with 6. I think it's maybe just you know.
We probably just want 4, right?
Yeah,
And
like
if we get
4
to
that
6,
we
get to
absolutely
6.
want to ask, and then the other 2 if we would like to do that.
Are you splitting up youth and adults, or are you having mixed tables of?
We had
ages?
mixed tables at Dandy, that was a really good question, so they were able to give their input as well, which I thought was good, so,
Yeah.
well, you were yours.
I wasn't there. Shelley was there.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
That's right, Vicky calls us Shalina, so we are one.
So then who runs the meeting? Is it someone from Dragon or is it?
So, I co-led it with the chair of the
Okay.
AMB Commission.
Okay.
If it's a member of the community and you feel doing it, having
Yeah.
a you be from the community tends to go better.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to fill in where needed on that, so,
I mean, I was gonna plan to be there, so yeah. And you said you would probably go like what, like I'm like
yeah, like
12:30.
12:30, like hours, you know, just to set stuff up and.
Oh, sorry, I have two clarifying questions before we get down too far. Is there an expectation or hope that people are there right at the beginning and then part of the conversation throughout? Because I think if that's true, we should sort of let people know this isn't going 1 to 3 and you can pop in as you want, but that we are going to really get started at like 1:15 or something. It sounds like that's true, and I just want to make sure I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it almost sounds like a workshop, right? Or like workshopping, brainstorming.
Great.
We at 1.
Yeah.
Conversation starts at 2, whatever it is, yeah.
Food at 1, conversations at 1:15.
1:05.
My other question was if we did want to get all 6 questions, and this would depend on how many people showed up, but could we divide where not every table is asking all of the questions, but each table is asking like 3 of them, and we just sort of have a plan for how they're distributed so that we do get to ask all 6, but we don't ask every single attendee all 6 questions?
Yeah, so there was we did a retreat with my organization where we had different tables with different questions, and so I didn't go to each one, right? We only had X amount of time, and that could be a way we could do it where we have all 6
Sure.
at different tables with one person at each table hosting it, and then the community members can choose which one they want to go to be part of the discussion. So they can pick 4 of the 6. That actually might work,
Okay.
right?
The space, has anybody been in it, and will we have enough room to be able to set tables?
Where's the space?
Is it the main
Each
room?
space?
Rachel?
It's the community room, which she said has the capacity for 90 people. So I assume there's
yeah,
room for
okay,
tables.
okay.
We're fine.
It's
So they're having their like rummage sale.
yeah.
Yeah, so
By the kitchen.
We used to have community meals in there.
Yes.
yeah, so unless anyone wants to change what the questions are, 'cause I didn't have any feedback in the meeting of the 6 questions,
Yeah,
but
it's plenty of space.
if we're fine setting up 6 tables, then each one with that question.
We can just make a whole bunch of spaghetti.
That's true.
Make it just.
You just do a community dinner and then you attract people there to answer questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the cage part.
One of the. That's funny. I'm gonna we still have our wellness survey that's live. It'll be going through the end of April. So it's QR code, we have a parent version, caretaker, and then youth. So we'll be asking people to scan and take the questions there if they haven't already done it. So.
Okay. So I guess my other question is who would coordinate food, and then who can attend here for DRYC? Because then I feel like it would be good if there's enough of us for one person at each table, if people are willing to.
I think it's already blocked out on my calendar.
Yeah, it's like on mine, like I'll be there.
Right, it's the 19th, April 19th.
Yeah.
From one.
Great, I will be there.
Awesome.
I will be there, and I'm also happy to reach out to see if people can donate pizza. I'm happy to do that. I'll do that soon so that we know.
What I heard is Rachel's gonna do that.
I second that.
Yeah.
How do you want to go about marketing this? It's like-
They will put it on the DCC website once we're signed up with them. So they
Okay.
have an events page. And she also did ask if we had a flyer. So I think they can, not that we should only rely on this, but I think the DCC is prepared to sort of like also talk about this on their social media and things like that.
Rachel, do you mind if I take care of the contract stuff so I can get the payment and everything to?
I don't mind at all. Do you want me to have Stephanie put your name on it? Because right now mine's on it just because I'm the one who's going to correspond with her.
I have to talk to her tomorrow about some other things, so I can just tell her that I'm gonna be the one doing this that way. Because I need to get information from her too for payment
Sure,
from the
absolutely.
town to do all the things.
Great,
Is the-
thank you.
the program
Yes, and
have
thank
social
you.
Hours and.
I don't think neither of them do, but We I think we can probably send an email out to all of our families, particularly
Yeah,
both.
okay.
Um,
And then we can put it on our social.
Yeah.
From a county perspective,
we can ask the principal, elementary school principal, if he could share it.
Yeah.
He's been sharing our program offerings with families. I don't know
Yeah, that's what I was
where the
wondering.
line
Probably,
is
like,
of
send-
sharing
yeah,
things,
I
but
wonder if we can send it to the school.
If there's anything ready by Friday, Cassie can put it in the town newsletter.
Yeah, I emailed Cassie also. I told her we'd give her more information after today to possibly put something, but yeah, we need to have it by Friday.
do you want me to take a stab at creating a flyer?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was just gonna offer to do that. I'm home with COVID. I'm happy to.
If you wanna do it, go for, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
so
Great.
we need to send stuff for the newsletter by Friday.
Yep.
So if we're able to just, even if it's not our final one, just to at least provide to the newsletter to give to Cassie would be good.
And it's mostly just, we don't want people to sign up. It's just letting them know when, where, what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
And it'll be DRYC and Tompkins Youth Services. Is that
Yeah.
the best way to put it? Okay.
If only we had a logo, just reminding.
Yeah, I
us.
know. That's why I thought about it today. I was like, oh my God, we still need a logo. I don't think we have time to discuss it tonight, but I'm just saying.
For the Dryden.
For DRYC, we don't have one, and we discussed it. I think that email is from
I
like
think it might
exactly
be
a year
a
ago.
fun youth competition.
That's what I was thinking.
Actually,
Or
maybe.
if there's a graphics class at the high school that makes a project, and it's a little more consolidated, which people who are getting like actual help to do their.
we have done in other missions competitions or had like the youth programs do it, and they're not bad. But they're very creative and sometimes not easily understood beyond the moment in time in which the, sixth grader is creating something.
They may inspire and
Right, exactly. I mean, they're lovely and wonderful, but they don't necessarily get to the point. So not a bad idea. So I'm not throwing that down at all. Just as though.
I'm happy to take a stab at it if you ever want to talk about it more. Cause I'm a representative, but I, I understand.
We started with it a little bit, so I think, are you in the email?
No,
Yeah, okay, you're not. Okay.
Just yesterday's.
So I can forward it to you, because I think I have your email. I don't, I just not in the email group yet, so you can see what we started with. But I think we had some discussion of like editing it, so it wasn't fully just outdoor. And also, the issue is like we have to incorporate something that kind of shows like rec in general, not just outdoor stuff and not just because we don't. So but it was like encompassing all of that was
Yeah, it's
A
the
lot.
hard part of having the two different.
of like.
The youth part of it and the youth service part of it and the rec part of it.
But I can forward it to you if you can get that idea.
Jenny, what's the best email for you? I have like
Great question.
3. I called your husband the other day too. I was like, hey. So I have a Gmail.
Yeah, I guess for this, canesford@gmail.
Okay,
That's kind of
I just sent it to you.
Thank you.
If I feel motivated and if any of us feel motivated, maybe we can get 3 to like show for people to look at. During
Fun, yeah, I like that idea.
Maybe
Yeah.
like the.
You take photos of like weddings and things also?
Yeah, I was a wedding photographer for 15 years.
You have a business card for them looking for a wedding.
Oh my.
I don't do it anymore.
Oh,
I do
okay.
it, but I
Just
don't.
to pick it up a little.
So if you ever want to come to programs.
A lot of stuff. It's all.
I'm getting married August 1st. We're only getting pregnant, so.
I have a
You have
Google
my
Pixel
anniversary.
9.
I mean, if you could
Everybody disposable cameras and do.
Yeah.
That was voted
The
down.
disposable cameras are
Oh, how
fun.
many
It's
are?
very interesting.
You're gonna get a lot of bad pictures.
You do, but you also get a lot of really weird ones, like. My cousins got very bored at one point, so.
Of course, I wanted to get it at City Hall and just get it over with. That was also shot down, so.
The cheaper the wedding and the longer the marriage lasts, they say.
I tried, but I did. So.
Okay, does anyone have any feedback though on the questions? Do we wanna change any of them around, add one, remove one?
I'm curious, and I'm sure it's maybe intentional, but there's a question which is great, what is working now, but what about what is not working now? And I know that can be a scary question to ask, but sometimes, it can be a hopeful one.
Or what is working better, or what could work better?
Yeah, like phrasing it, and you know
Yeah,
how you talk about,
yeah,
instead of strength
phrase.
weaknesses,
Yeah.
strengths, challenges.
Yeah.
What
I
is a
think there
challenge?
was,
Or maybe that's in here already and I just.
I think there was a question that kind of prompted towards something like that. I feel like I read.
Priority action for the next year.
Number
Yeah.
one is what makes it easy or hard for people. to
Yeah,
participate
yeah.
in this,
So the
kind of
first one
opens
was
it up
kind
to
of-
both.
yeah, I think the barriers or what, I mean, because what's not working is. I mean,
Sort of, and what one,
the elephant in the room.
Well,
one of the things that we had come up at the D&D Commission, which or for the D&D Council was, well, if I don't know what you do, how can I know if it's working well?
Mm-hmm.
So,
You said you're having, are we gonna? Okay, is there like a screen we can do a PowerPoint on there, or is there, are we able to, I don't know, is there something we're able to like present to the community as a starting off point? As a
We can-
quick outline of what
yeah,
DRYC does?
so that is why, yeah, I mean, I think kind of framing that conversation was really important, because I mean, because then it's like, then you get into all like the other. All of the finer things that happen that aren't necessarily part of this conversation, like there are a lot of other things that might happen in driving for youth and families, but we really want to hone in on. Where your influence and impact is and what you really want to know.
Okay, I wonder if we can grab that from like orientation material or something, right?
Yeah.
Like we have that outlined. Do we know if the community center, like, yeah, is there like a TV there or anything like that? Like, I'm just wondering if we can do a quick PowerPoint. No. No, yeah, is it
White walls.
white wall?
We might have a projector, maybe in my office. I don't know if it's still.
The town has one.
Yeah, that we also.
But Rachel was
Yeah.
I was
Right.
gonna say, just in addition to like in the introduction, if you can sort of outline some of them, maybe we could have whoever's at each station just have a list or some examples. So like when they ask the question, they could say,
Yeah,
remember, this includes things like blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Lacrosse. Yeah.
So also,
This is like a cross.
question one is a question, I know there are problems. But so the question would be, what gets in the way of youth participating and what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just took pictures through a chat and I was like, how do we make this better? And that was what I said, like, check question one is a question, but I know you have prompts, like some of them are questions and some of them are not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it
is
read,
working
well,
well?
I think,
These are just like to start a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not, yeah, necessarily like black and white questions.
I was just gonna critique the AI.
Oh,
No, like the AI she just popped it into literally looked at question one and that it is just the title next to question one. And it's like, that's not a question.
well, because it said question four is a question, what is working out? Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I think one of the things like moving into Dryden for me from Ithaca is that our kids like would attend things and feel like, what is ours that belongs to Dryden?
Yeah.
That isn't being infiltrated as much by like Ithaca, for example. And so, yeah, so I think like we love Dryden Rec Sports specifically because like our kids can just embrace being from Dryden here. So that's like something I think is really special about our community versus maybe Danby, which is like a subset of Ithaca.
Yeah. Being one of the things that came up was like having programs in Danby for them, right?
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
really good, because a lot of them are having to go
Yeah.
back in Ithaca, so there's not a school, right? So
Yeah.
there's not that sense of those things, right? So, library, they have kind of a library in the town hall, but it's, you know, they do well with what they have. It's just a different feeling. So.
Okay.
With the general feel of these questions, if I had to push one to the end that might not get touched on, I think number two is the least important to me.
Well, that was in there because one of the things that they wanted to
We really need
cover
adult
was adult
recreation.
recreation, so
Yeah.
that's why I added it.
Right.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we've done it better.
You've been here long enough, I'll agree.
I think it's also a good question too for Stephanie to help Stephanie as well,
Yeah.
at the community center. I did meet with her and she gave me a tour of all the things and we talked about, you know, how we can help each other. And what I said to her was, you know, once you get started and they have all these great ideas and you get going, let me know and then I can help you fill in what you
Yeah.
need. Because I feel like they're so excited and they have so much going on that I want them to start what they're doing now.
Yeah.
And kind of flow with that. And then if they need help, we can kind of work together to figure out what they need. And I think that number 2 is something that I think that's something that once they get going, we can try and figure out together how to fill that piece in. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's been a missing piece in part because we didn't really have a place to do adult activities, adult.
There's a Diane.
Other than the hotel.
Diane's voice in my head.
Those are different.
Intergenerational children.
Yes.
I had a-
Yes, I know.
Keep going.
Yeah, you hear just Diane.
Diane.
Intergenerational.
Yes.
Sometimes she just calls me up on the phone.
It just says intergenerational change.
So, wait, so can we get a projector or should we just do a big whiteboard or something?
The town owns one.
Okay.
Allison probably has it.
Yeah.
Maybe Trevor has it.
If not, let me know what, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say like, yeah, I mean, I would just say like, write like a few slides, like a 5-minute introduction of programming, which I can do. I just
Take a tissue off.
need direction, and I can even create the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
I could probably do it. I believe in myself. I'll do it. I might need the orientation key. Yeah.
And I also, Rachel, when I need to do actually, if anyone else would like to be part of orientation, I need to set up Rachel in particular to go through
For this.
orientation for this, so
Yes.
I can.
There you go.
So, yeah, so.
Because I think-
Apparently.
Yeah, you have to sign
Not just a blank check.
Right.
I want to say it's over. I don't think that's correct. It's something like that. It's, yeah.
Can I, your ethics?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. To follow the rules and.
Be a good person.
Yeah. Cool.
I forgot about that one.
I actually.
I mean, I didn't forget the epic.
Yeah. And might not, I don't know, like, what do you
So you would like the student introduction that we used for the MBA, I can send that to you, and then.
Yeah, I can create an introduction, but yeah, I would say we tell people to show up at 1. Start the discussion at 1:15 so people can get situated, quick 5-minute introduction, and then split up into the different tables with someone heading each one. And then you'll use it to bring like stickies and stuff.
Yeah, bring some notepads
and just stuff and just do it like just company retreats when you're.
Would it like make sense to have, so like, let's just say we have 6 tables, right?
Mhm.
And we have 6 people
Mhm.
from this group. You could just assign each person a question and like every so often the person just moves to a different table with the same question. So we just bounce it, and if you get to all 6, you get to all 6, but if you don't, you don't. But then that person can be taking the feedback from the previous table with them as the.
Oh, so the.
Oh, yeah, so people, yeah, that might work, and then people don't have to shuffle.
Yeah.
Like, we're not trying to create like, yeah, we don't have to all intermingle with each other.
Right, and that's the same person with the only question.
Right, so like, yeah, like if it's me, then I just have like one question that I, yeah.
Yeah, I like that, that's actually.
Okay, that's more, yeah, it's more efficient. I feel like, yeah, okay, good idea.
I think that has some strong points to it. And one thing I just am considering is does everyone who attends feel equally capable of answering each question? Because I think one thing with letting people pick which table they go to, they can pick like, these are the 4 that I feel most capable of offering something constructive, which gets a little bit lost if everyone's kind of just being presented with a question, they're not choosing the questions.
Oh, yeah, because we were saying we're gonna ask 6, but people would pick their 4 because that's probably all we have time for.
And that gives people more buy-in so they don't peace out. Cause they'll be like, oh wait, I'm getting questions 3 and 4. I don't want those.
I don't know, but I think it's like you're saying adult stuff is important to you, and like I want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in the middle of surviving teenagers right now, so I'm not thinking of myself.
Right, yeah.
But also, yeah, I think it'll be really good, and then we'll create a report, summary report of the feedback, and then we can use it for.
Yeah, and it'll help with us, and like Marty said, it'll help with the community center in general, like as to where Stephanie wants to go with things. Okay, any other feedback or clarifying questions or any other Is it clear how we're planning this or? Do we need more?
If we are gonna do 6 stations and there's a facilitator and a note taker at each, I don't think there are 12 of us. So should we try and recruit people? Like, should I try and bring my husband to be a note taker? Or like, are we gonna deputize someone who's there? What's the plan?
I think you could probably just have it where there's one for each of us to facilitate, and then we can ask someone at the table to be the note taker. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That way they're engaged.
Yeah, yeah. Usually there's someone that's willing to do that.
Beth, she's good.
Are you doing the covering the tables in paper? If you just draw and write on them?
So that's an option. I wasn't sure how that would go. The other thing that we did for DMV is I printed off the questions so that the people had them in front of them and they could write on a piece of paper, and then we collected those at the end.
And
Or
then
they
you don't
can-
have note taker.
Well, it adds to, because, or they can take them home if there are additional thoughts, and they can email them the results back. So, because some people, they don't like to be put on the spot, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you wanna just do a Zoom or something like that between now and then? The two of us to check in to figure out what we're bringing to the
Mhm.
cafe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That might be just to be like, printing out this many things, we're bringing paper for this and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got rolls of paper, so if we want like little big rolls.
The ones I've been to that have the rolls that are just like the cover paper tables are totally covered and there's just like markers and stuff at the table. I feel like you get some really interesting drawings that also like input into the questions. It also, I don't know, for those of us with ADD. And you can easily take notes and everybody sees the notes too, and
That's how Diane did it.
yeah.
A couple years ago when she did it at the library.
Fun and creative and loosens the mood a little bit sometimes too.
Yeah.
Yes, well, we can do whatever you guys want to do.
But hold up to my guns, okay.
I like it.
It's fun.
I second.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't let me know, I think we have a roll of paper. Or somebody, one of our programs has roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw some in the closet, and I wondered what it's for. I know.
Reading cafes. For children.
Yeah, we already get the part in that.
Yeah. Young at heart. Okay. Is there anything else to add to this? Anyone? Is there anything else you need to update for FBC? No. Okay.
Well, the surveys will be done at the end of April, and I will share those with you guys. Some folks from advisors that we've got a couple of guests, so.
I can move my office to post it on Facebook. I got just be to do that. Yep.
We have 51 responses to adults and 21 responses to youth at this point, so. I was hoping for 50 out of each one, so we could fit, yeah, it's like,
Still pretty good. And when is it until?
it's till the end of April.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna be using that and the feedback on community cafes to be a part of our thing that we're gonna.
If we don't have anything else to add, because I am too tired to want to discuss logos, and I will send you the logos anyway.
Oh, we've already sent it to me.
Yeah, Mary sent it.
Oh, okay, cool. So, if anyone wants to move to end the meeting.
Did we approve the minutes from last time?
Oh, yeah, we did not approve the minutes from last time.
Ah.
Rachel's on it.
You're doing great for COVID.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was-
I want
Okay,
that. program.
well, I'll move through.
That makes you so organized.
I even looked at the agenda too. I'll move to approve the minutes. Do you have a second? Okay. Any discussion? I looked at them. It looks fine. Okay, approved. Cool. Okay, and then
That was
you abstain.
Yeah, we have to approve things I wasn't here for.
And then I'll move to end the meeting at 8:05.
Second.
There you go. And approved?
Approved.
Cool. Awesome. Bye, Rachel. Feel better.
Thank you.
Bye, Rachel, feel better.
It's not.